Hello friends, today we are going to learn how to draw a cartoon girl. Let's draw it.
Here we go! Wonder Friends, time for Wonder Friends show! Yeah, right!
Okay friends, we are going to draw a cartoon, a girl. Alright, so how we're going to start with this is our page up and down. Here's the important part for you to think about before we start. You're going to draw different than me. That's awesome. If I go too fast, pause the video and go back if you need to. But I really want you to make this character your own. If you are a girl and you want to draw this character just like you are, great. If you're a boy and you want to draw a character that's a girl that's your mom, that's great. You can turn this character anyway, or you can completely make up a character, and that is perfectly fine as well. So we're going to start with our page up and down, and I'm going to draw a shape that is just like this. And it just keeps it very simple, right? It's a nice, easy way to build a character. And I'm gonna just put some like swirly lines around here and just say this is just the hair, okay? And we're gonna put a little bump in it, like a ponytail tie, right? And you can put some little lines on there that show that tail, that tie, right? So then, if my hair is curly here, the hair is gonna be curly in the back, and I could just make some swirly lines on here. And by the way, you can make this hair completely different if you want on yours. This is totally up to you. This is just a practice thing. Now, in the middle, let's remember that we're gonna kind of pretend that there's an imaginary up and down line right in the middle. And I want you just to put 2 circles on each side of that imaginary line. And let's put 2 eyeballs in the middle. Now, for the nose, I want to just do a really tiny nose. So that's just going to be a down line like this. And it's just a backwards number 7, okay? Just a backwards number 7 that goes at the end of that, and that just gives a little tiny line. And then let's just give her a little smile just like that. Okay? Now when you're making the ears, the ears are going to go kind of like, if you look at yourself in a mirror, and I would really, if you really want to learn how to draw a character, start looking at yourself in a mirror. Figure out how you're built. And that's a great way to use as a reference. A reference means like something to look at while you're drawing. And the ear is going to kind of go right here. And to get the inside of the ear, it's just draw like the number 6 right in the middle. And it kind of will do that. Now we do have hair that comes down. If you look in a mirror that comes down by your ears, we can achieve that just by drawing a little line down. And let's put some eyelashes on her. And you don't have to draw every eyelash. You can just put 3 little ones around it. And then let's put some eyebrows. They don't have to be big. They can just be like little ones, just like so. Now at the bottom of this neck, we're just going to draw a line to close it. And we need to put a shirt on her, right? And we're going to do that really simple by just making 2 lines like that, and then we're going to close it in. So basically you're making a triangle. Okay, and then on each side of this, we're just going to do like, it's really almost like the number 7 just flipped, okay? And we're going to put those on each side, and I want to draw one shape that comes down like that. We're going to draw a parallel line, which is a line that runs beside another one, right beside this one, just like so. And then let's just throw some hot dogs on here. Those hot dog fingers just go along the lines, just like that. And for this side, we're just going to draw a parallel line right along that t-shirt line. And just bring that through, and then throw some just little hot dog shapes on the end of this one as well. Right, and now for legs. Super simple. Just drop some straight lines down. And then we're going to just draw 2 little angles and then close it off with some feet. Just like so. So this is a basic structure of a character. You can add all these extra little elements to it. If you have like a really thin point marker, you can add like little details like freckles, little things like chins, You could do stitching, things like this that are on your character. You can have like little motion lines, which shows that she's waving. All this stuff you can add a ground. Maybe she's standing on a ground there. One of the things that I think is always fun is adding shadows to your characters, and the shadow gives it a place to stand. Now, if you're drawing it just in all black, here's a cool idea. Don't put the line all the way up to the one below it. It kind of gives it a little bit of a style that shows this character is like standing on a ground. You can do things like adding backgrounds in. You know, maybe there's some trees in the background, stuff like that, which just helps your character look like it's grounded, like it's in the world. Think of it like what's outside your window while you're drawing, or if you're sitting outside drawing, what's around you, and you could put those things around your character, which helps bring your character to life and helps it look like it's in a place, right? And what we can do is we can color this, is a great way to also bring it to life. And I'm gonna go ahead and color for you as well, but we're gonna speed it up so you don't have to sit and watch me color this, but we're gonna speed it up for you right now. Okay guys, so as you start to see here, what I did was I stylized this a little bit. So if you look at the markers, it may look like I've done a sloppy job of coloring, but really what I did was I did a thing like that. It kind of is a style, right? I chose to make it look like a little different where everything's not perfect. It's kind of like colored in, but it's done on purpose. That's kind of what's fun, is like different styles. And a great way to think of a different style is that if you think of your favorite cartoon, there's a certain way that it looks versus another cartoon that you like. It would be kind of like SpongeBob looks one way and then Mickey Mouse looks another way. Well, Mickey Mouse has its own style, SpongeBob has its own style, and this is kind of what I did here, was give it its own different style and look, which is a fun thing to kind of do as well. So experiment with that also. And so last thing that you need to do is you need to sign your name on it, so everybody knows who made this awesome piece of art. So I hope you had some fun creating this cartoon girl, and if you want to get better at doing these types of characters, just continue to draw them. You will learn so much by sticking with one character and just changing little pieces about it. Think about it as you're making a puzzle, and each piece clicks in a certain way, but when you look at all the other pieces, you can kind of you get kind of confused, right? Sometimes you think one puzzle piece goes here because it looks just like the other or stuff like that, but then it all of a sudden clicks together. Come up with a cartoon character could be a lot like that. You may have a certain, maybe let's say, hair on a character that just doesn't look quite right to you and it doesn't quite click into place. But what you can do is draw maybe 3 or 4 different versions of that hair, and then eventually what will happen is it will all start to form and click, and voila, you have the best version of the cartoon character that you can draw right now. Now here's the cool part. If you start practicing every day, 1 year from now, 1 month from now, even 1 week from now, if you commit to practicing every day, you're going to be so much better than you were just now. That's the cool part. So don't get discouraged if it's not looking exactly like what you want it to. It took me a long time to get to the point where I could draw a character that it just makes sense to me and it looks great and all that stuff like that. But guess what? I still mess up all the time. I still am not happy with some of the characters I draw. So that frustration, it never goes away, but you do get better with practice. And remember, there's no such thing as perfect anyway. So practice, practice, practice. Until I see you, be the weird you want to see in the world. See ya!
Hey Wonder Friends, I would love to see the art you create and feature it on one of my videos. With the help of an adult, take a photo of your finished art and post it on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Don't forget to tag me so I can find it. Hey, are you looking for a signed copy of one of my books? Check out my website, wondervillestudios.com, for books, t-shirts, mugs, and more. I also do loads of school visits and would love to hear from you about scheduling a visit. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out all the other fun drawing lessons. Until I see you, be the weird you want to see in the world. See ya!